Hi, welcome to Sewing with Sandy. Today we're going to look at McCall's fall pattern drops. It's August here and they're dropping your fall patterns, so these will work as transition pieces from late summer to early fall, and a lot of them will carry you right into winter. You just add boots, tights, and a jacket and you're good to go. So let's get started. The first one up is 8601. It's a button-down dress. It's a short dress, which looks great on most people. Proportion-wise, you can adjust the length up and down. If you're a little taller, you can certainly make it longer, but it's made to be short. It's a short dress, essentially. It's a button-down, but it's a sheath style, and sheath dresses look great on everyone. They're absolutely flattering, whether you have a very curvy shape or a very straight shape, because they fit your curves or they make you look like you have curves. So this is really cute. It's got a nice little kind of jacket lapel. It's made up in the denim. I really like this chambray kind of denim look that they have going on, but it's long sleeves. It's this coat dress kind of trend that we see going on. It's listed as average. I don't think that there's an awful lot of work in here. It has princess seams that go internally into the garments, so they don't go all the way up to the shoulders. They stop as bust starts, both in the front and the back. So there's a lot of really cute pieces to this. Might take a little while. I would say definitely need some sewing skills to accomplish this, because there's the sleeve, there's buttons, there's buttonholes, there's the collar. You want everything to be balanced. But yeah, super cute. I love this one. All right, 8602. This is so cute and so on trend. It's kind of a little updated version of that milkmaid look. So the bust is gathered together. The sheer, if you use, this is made out of a crepe de chine, the one in the picture. If it's sheer up here, you can add a layer of lining under the bust and also in the dress part, so then the sleeves are sheer, and you can do a little gathered sleeve or a gathered sleeve with a ruffle at the bottom, or just a straight that has a straight bell sleeve. This is really sweet. It's really on trend. I don't think it would be that hard to make. It probably will require a decent amount of fabric because the skirt is gathered. The bustier, the bust part, is gathered all the way across, and there's a zipper up the back. So yeah, and those sleeves, those big bell sleeves, they take a lot of fabric. They'll take like a whole width, for a 45 fabric. But super cute with the little bow ties, a couple of ties in the front and a zipper up the back, which is nice because then you can make those ties like perfect and stitch them down, so you don't have to worry about tying them all the time. That's my biggest beef with a tie front blouse or tie front dresses. You're constantly tying them, and it's really hard to make those bows look pretty all the time. So this is super sweet. Yeah, love this. 8604. Wow, this is a lot of fabric. I mean, I have that leopard. I made a leopard mock turtleneck long sleeve lounge dress last year, and that is like completely covered up from head to toe, and that's for hanging around the house when it's cold and you need something warm and cozy. This is a lot of fabric. I don't like anything around my neck. You guys all know that. I don't know how flattering that is. She's got all this fabric around her neck, and then it's all gathered here. So there's no darts because the gathering creates the fullness, and then it's just straight down from there. And if you want more fabric, you can add ruffles to the bottom because there's 2 rows of ruffles on one of the options. The high-low version, at least you're exposing a little bit of leg, but I mean, it's got long sleeves, high neck, all the way to the floor. If you need modesty, and then this is the dress for you, but if you want something that is a little bit lighter, because this feels super heavy to me. Oh, and I just noticed there's a version with a bow. If you don't need any more fabric, now you can have this big bow right underneath your neck. I don't know. Even in a super lightweight fabric, this is still going to read as really, really heavy. Although I can't imagine it would be too hard to make. The sleeves have a little elastic. They're gathered. The neckline is all gathered. You've got this huge bow or this kind of cross front neckline that has some gathering to it. It sort of looks like a bishop's robe to me. I mean, it brings me back to Catholic school. Yeah. Not for me, maybe for you. Show me, I want to see it. Somebody's going to make it up and it's going to look really cute and they're going to love it. and I'd love to see it. Make sure you tag me. My IG will be below. 8604 is a special occasion dress. So cute. The one shoulder is adorable with the little bow. That's super on trend, and it sort of has that sash going across it. Love that. Love the athletic look with the high neck. So here's a high neck done well, because you have, now your shoulders are open. So you have some skin there that kind of lightens up the look. A fitted bodice, and then a full skirt, a short skirt, the short skirt with the long skirt over it, which is super trendy, looks very hip. It's rated as average. So it has a zipper in the back to make that top part, the top part of the dress fit really well. So you're gonna wanna either make this so you can fit it on you as you make it, or make a muslin to practice to make sure it fits correctly, because you want that waist seam to hit you right in the waist, and you want the top part of the dress to fit really nicely. And then the one that looks like a racer back is actually a halter, and it has a hook and eye in the back around the neck. So the little piece of the back is all open. And obviously the one shoulder is a one shoulder. The one shoulder one with the very long straight column skirt is very Grecian looking, but then the one with the short skirt and the long overskirt, love that. Absolutely love that. So cute, so cute. If you have a wedding to go to, this would make a really nice dress to wear. Also, it would make a great bridesmaid's dress, the short with the long, and wow, yeah, so cute. 8605, another special occasion dress. This one's knit. It's very body conscious. If you like that kind of style, this is really nice. It's got the straight, I mean, it's totally off the shoulder with the long sleeves, which is an interesting look. And then it's fitted, and then it has this really nice ruffle at the bottom. So you can do high-low, you can do a straight ruffle. They have a couple of different angles to choose from. Nice dress, to bodycon for me. There's also a waist seam, which is really kind of unusual for a knit dress, but, and it has a zipper, so it's super fitted. I'm thinking that you might be able to get away without the zipper because this neck is so open, if you could put it over your head. But I guess maybe as I'm talking through it, that might be a little difficult with the no shoulder thing. I think I would try it, like, you could baste the back up. You can make it and baste the back up without the zipper and see if you can get it on. The only problem with putting zippers in on a knit, if the knit doesn't have a lot of stability to it, the zipper waffles. There's not a lot you can do about it. If the knit is soft and super stretchy, the zipper waffles, and that's not attractive. Even if it's an invisible zip, it has to be like super perfect so you don't see the zipper tape. Yeah, I mean, it's got two little bust darts, so I think it's got some fitting details. The waist, I guess, would make it, the waist seam would make it interesting, because it would have to go either over your hips, which it won't, or over your busts, which it may, depending on how big you are, and that's why there's a zipper in it. Yeah, I guess if you want it that body conscious with the waist seam, you're gonna have to put a zipper in it, which means I think you should consider a fabric with a little bit more heavy. This is a moderate stretch knit, 35% cross grain. Ponte's a pretty heavy knit. I think this dress would be really heavy in a Ponte. The photo is made in a jersey knit, so that is very stretchy and a lot lighter. I'm just worried about the zipper. That's the only thing. I'm worried about how the zipper is gonna look in the back of this. 8606, very straight button down, reminds me of the old bowling shirts. And I have been kind of poo-pooing these all along, like, you know, who wants a straight shirt? It's got no fit, it's got no style. But they're out there. There's a lot of them out there. People are wearing them, and I actually bought one the other day at TJ Maxx just to try it out. It was inexpensive, and it's okay. I mean, I don't think it's the most figure flattering, but if you have something fitted underneath, a fitted tank top, or a fitted top underneath, then with the loosey kind of boxy blouse, you have a little bit of a contrast there. But to just wear it and have it buttoned up, not so much. I have seen a lot of the short cropped length in denim. People are wearing them as jackets. that is a really cute idea because it's got a little bit of a swing. So you put it on, if it has long sleeves, you put it on like a jacket or a little, yeah. But not my favorite. If you need a blouse and you want a really nice blouse, you're going to perfect a blouse pattern, I would get something that's a little more fitted, because even the long one has the patch pockets and the traditional shirt tail hem, but there's no fitting. So, but it's rated as easy. So easy is good. The other thing is that drop shoulders, which doesn't do anything for anybody. Flattering, it is not. Now this is better. This is a bomber style jacket. It's rated as average. Maybe the well pockets make it a little bit more difficult. There's a lot of top stitching on the denim one, which I think is really cute. Looks like the pattern calls for top stitching. It's got these really interesting sleeves. So the sleeves, they have a kind of a drop yoke in the front, and then they go around in the back. And I'll put the line drawing up for this one because it really is unique into itself. That styling detail, if you're going to use a contrasting zip, contrasting stitch, I think would be really interesting. Even if you match the thread, because you've got all that stitching detail. On the denim one, they look like they have a contrasting stitch on it, so it highlights that cut, the line of the sleeves. Yeah, it's got an elastic bottom, and bomber jackets look great. They're a perfect transition jacket. I don't think it would be that hard to make. There's just a collar with a collar stand. The sleeve curving pieces on the sleeve will take some time, you know, because you have convex and concave coming together to get them to fit right. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to do any fitting with it. It's as long as it buttons around your hips and your chest, it fits, right? It's supposed to be loose. So I like it. Yeah, I like it. 8608 is their skirt pattern. I like the length on this skirt. I like the fact that it's made out of a cotton, so it's got a zipper. It's not a jersey. I love that it's flowy, but that also means that you have to cut it on the bias, and it has this weird hole. You see it on the color blocked one piece that doesn't even go sideways. It goes down and around and over. So I'm not like 100% on that. I like the hem. I think the hem is super interesting. I think it would be interesting to make, but I don't know that the fit is going to be there. So you've heard me say this before. If you cut something on the bias, a skirt or a dress, you have to let it hang for 24, 48 hours after you sew it together, because the fabric, since it's cut on the bias, is going to stretch. So some of that fabric will stretch a lot. Some of it might not stretch at all. And from this portion of the fabric to this portion of the fabric, the stretch can be very different. Now, the pieces that are stitched should stay in place. Those shouldn't be an issue. But now you have this kind of fluttery hemline going on, and conceivably some of that could really stretch out of shape. Even after a couple of days of hanging, you might find that, you know, you go to put it on 2 weeks later and the hem is cattywampus. So I don't know that you need this skirt. I mean, it's an easy skirt if you want to whip something up and you have a lot of fabric, because now you have to cut it all on the bias. I just don't see that it's all that attractive. So 8609, another skirt. This one I think is more practical. Certainly if you're going to put some time and effort into a skirt, this might be a better pattern. It has pockets. It's got some flair, so it's got a lot of movement to it. It has 3 different lengths, so I think that it will fit into just about any wardrobe, and you can make it a couple of different times and still not look the same. So you could do a really short one, you know, in a solid color, and then a long one with maybe a print. It would be really cute. I love the pockets on it. It's got a nice big wide waistband, and it's rated as easy. So it just has a little zipper in the back. There isn't a lot going on. If you haven't put in these kind of pockets where you have the pocket back, looks sort of like on a denim, and then the pocket comes down so you see the back and then you have the pocket, I think that this might be a really good opportunity, because it's an easy pattern to try something like that, because then you have the pocket bag and the pocket lining. So it's a little bit more work, but it's an interesting pocket. And once you make this pocket, you know, you're one step closer to making a pair of jeans. I like this skirt pattern. If you don't have a skirt pattern and you're looking for something that has some style, I think this might be a really good option. I mean, it looks adorable on her. 8610. Love it. Love, love, love. So cute. This whole scallop thing, I got one for the summer patterns with a scallop that I'm working my way through now. I just really love the scallop idea, and this skirt with all these panels and the scallops. Now, yes, that's going to take some time to put together, but remember, with all those seams, you have all kinds of fitting options, and then that cute little scallop hem is just adorable. And the top, the same thing. It's all princess seams. So there's 4 panels in the front, so there's probably 4 panels in the back with a zipper, and the skirt must have, the skirt has a side zipper. So 8 panels all together on the top, 8 panels all together on the skirt. So if you need fitting, this is a really good type of garment that gives you the opportunity for fitting. And it's also made with a knit. So it's made with a pontoroma, which is this, if you haven't worked with it, it's almost like a woven. It's a knit with a lot of body, not a lot of stretch. It doesn't have a ton of stretch, but it has enough stretch. And it actually stretches back better than a stretch woven because it's made as a knit. A stretch woven tends to stretch out and then doesn't compress again until you wash it. But a pontoroma will move back and forth during the day. So you, at the end of the day, the peak garment isn't like a size bigger than it was when you put it on in the morning. So this is really cute. I love it in the stripe, but I think in a solid, it would be really adorable with, we're seeing a lot of little short jackets and short capelets. This would be really cute because it's fitted. So if you put something big like a little capelet over it, or one of those cropped trench coats, really cute. Really, really, really cute. I might consider getting this one. I don't think the skirt is going to work for me, but I think the top is really cute. I like it. I'll have to see how the other scallop one comes out after I make it. Maybe I don't need 2 scallop ones. 8611. I like this. I have a pair of shorts patterns from the summer that have those long pleats in them and then A-lines. They're very similar to the shorts on this, although this one is a super high waist and the pleats aren't stitched down. So if you like open pleats, if you have a tummy, open pleats, they give you room, but they also make your typically they make you look larger through there. So you certainly don't want that. And there's only darts in the back. I like the hem on the pants and I like the hem on the pants and the shorts. I like the style with them. There's a nice well pocket in the back. They're very kind of updated classic, so that's cute. If you go for the high-waisted type, I think that's great. The blouse is a very classic men's style shirt. Now, there's no darting in it, but there's a yoke with a pleat in the back and the sleeves and the cuffs and a stand-up collar, button down, big front pocket. So I think the woman in the gray with the orange, that look is not very flattering on her. So you can see how big that oversized shirt looks and how it's not 100% flattering. Although the girl in the pink, is that a stripe? I think that's a stripe. Yeah. With it tucked in, looks super chic and super sweet. But again, look at her hand. The cuff is really wide, so it isn't stitched in. You still have that kind of oversized look, but it definitely looks better on her than it does on the coordinated set with the gray. Maybe it's just the way she's standing. If you saw more of her tank top underneath, because that would give her some shape. Right now, she doesn't have any shape. She looks square. That's unfortunate because I'm sure she has a great shape. All right, here we go. 8612. This is pajamas, but this top is so much more flattering. You could make it out of a really nice fabric. I mean, this would be adorable in eyelet with the asymmetrical ties and that long collar and the little short sleeves. You could make it with the long sleeves. It has a little bit more fitting. It's short. It's not as slouchy as the other one. And it's rated as easy. So it's the same. It's got a yoke. It's got 2 small pleats in the back instead of 1 in the center. It's got drop shoulders, kind of these like long kimono style sleeves. Yeah, I love it. Now the pants, they're just pull-on pants, and you could certainly make those out of fabric, and it doesn't have to be pajamas. They're very loosely fitting, but this top is adorable. I just did a pajama pattern. It's going up on as a sew along probably later on this week, and it's green with leopards, and it was made with a pajama pattern, and it ties in the front. It's a little pair of shorts with ruffles, super cute. I'll try to pop a picture of it up here. And I made it out of a stretch cotton. It looks like a little coordinated set that you would pick up at the store. So it's not going to be pajamas. I will wear it out. It's just so cute. Little flutter sleeves. This would work. I love this top. I love this top. I love the asymmetrical ties on it. Yeah, I think this would be super cute with those high-waisted shorts and the short little top. Combine these two patterns together and you got yourself a really winning coordinated set combination. Yeah, really, really cute. 8613, this is cute. It's a sort of a junior pattern, but I think that you could make it fit. It comes in small through extra extra large. So yeah, the bralettes adorable. The shorts are really cute. I like the waistband and then the little cropped top that goes on top of it with the lace. It's very sweet. It doesn't, see now this one doesn't say it's pajamas, and I would look at this and say, oh yeah, this is pajamas, but it just says shirt, shorts, and bralette set. I think it's adorable. I think it would be really cute to go on vacation with, and then you have like the little coordinating jacket or shirt to put on over it if it gets chilly. Yeah, it's very youthful. It's very cute. It's very stylish, and it's rated as easy. So if you're just learning how to sew, this might be a really good opportunity to try something. Now, the bralette is like a little top, and it's got little elastics with a ruffle. But if you wanted to wear that and not wear a strapless underneath it, if you needed more support than just the fabric, you could make those straps a little wider to wear a traditional bra, or a strapless underneath this would be really, really cute. I like this one. This one's a good one. 8614 is a unisex jacket. Great jacket. Classic jacket pattern. Couple of darts in the back with some vents, princess seaming in the back, darts, sort of fisheye darts in the front, welt pockets, a notch collar. It's lined. Yeah, I mean, I think it's very chic and stylish. It's rated as average. It is lined. It's got shoulder pads. It's got vents. Yeah, I think that this would be a really nice jacket to work on if you're looking for something that you have in your stash. If you have a classic jacket pattern, you don't need one. Men's jackets are really hard to fit, and they take a little work and a little bit of challenge. But for a woman, if you're wearing a men's style jacket, usually they're oversized, and so they're easier to fit. Men's need a little bit more work because they can look slouchy. Like you can even see on this guy, like there's wrinkles around his shoulders, so on him it looks a little messy, but on her it looks like a boyfriend jacket, like an oversized jacket. So it works for her, but I don't see that it works. It's not fitted all that well for him. So men's jackets tend to take a little bit more work. Also, if you do it in a tweed, you're going to be able to get away with a little bit more than if you do it in something like the solid camel that she has here. But great jacket pattern. I like it. It's got some interesting details, and if you're just beginning to get going on jackets, this might be a really good option. 8615 is a unisex shirt. It has some really interesting style options, so it's more than just a plain blouse. It's got that Western kind of look. It's the shoulders a little forward, and it's got that Western look. Or you can just do the plain shoulder, and then it has this asymmetrical button placket, which I think is really cool. It's almost a chef jacket-esque. Then it has a classic, back with a yoke, a pleat. You know, it's got cuffs with a placket on the cuffs, shirt style hem, big baggy patch pockets on the front, stand-up collar with a collar stand. Nice. I like it. It looks great on him. It looks great on her. She's wearing it almost like a jacket. So if you had something, you could do it out of a chambray, which is really popular right now. Chambray shirts, people are wearing them. Or you could do it something with something a little bit more, has a little bit more body, like a heavier denim or a twill, and use it like a jacket. And I think that it would be really cute. So I like this pattern. I think it's really interesting. I'm not big on patch pockets on the chest for me, but I think that they have a time and a place. And as a Western shirt, this would be really, really cute. I can just see a guy in a Western floral with all the top stitching and the Western piece cut here. You could make matching, if you do line dancing, you could make matching shirts. So, you know, if you're into that kind of thing, this might be the pattern. This is so cute. 8616, men's knit pajamas. Super easy, especially the pullover one, the one without the buttons. I mean, these would make great Christmas presents if your guys like loungewear. This would be super easy. I mean, the top with the long sleeves is just a crew neck with a banding around the edge. Banding around the neck, and then twin needle hem on the sleeves and the bottom. Super simple. Same with the pants, twin needle on the bottom hem and a channeled elastic waist. It looks like there's 3 pieces of elastic in there to channel it. What a great Christmas present for, now's the time to start, right? For everybody, for all the guys on your list. And actually this would work for women too who like a lounge set. It's a little bit more work to do the button down, especially with a knit. They kind of get, they move around, they get kind of lumpy, and they don't just, even with interfacing in there, they don't have the same structure as a woven fabric, a cotton. But I like the crew neck with the loungy thing. I think these would make great Christmas presents. If you're into making Christmas presents, this might be a really good place to start. All right, now we get into the re-released vintage patterns. This one is 8620. It's from the 1980s. It's a Laura Ashley. It shows the blouse made up on a real person. Yay. Laura Ashley's patterns do tend to do that, and it is the 80s, so it's a little bit later than some of the other ones. But man, there's a lot going on. So you have this fancy yoke, right, with all of the lace and then the bishop sleeves and the high neck. And, you know, maybe you do some LARPs. This might work for a LARP, which, if you don't know, is live action role playing. They go out and, you know, think Comic-Con with a script, you know. But then there's the high neck with the pin tucks, and then also this kind of like rounded neckline yoke kind of thing going on, with a, I'm gonna guess it's a Peter Pan collar, but it has a bow. So a lot of ruffles, but very, very Laura Ashley, very ruffly, very, you know, little ditzy florals and lace and things like that. Yeah, if you like that kind of style, it's a cute pattern. It's a lot of fabric. It's a lot of work. I'm sure it's listed as average. I'd say it's probably high average, you know. I mean, it wouldn't be somebody that's just come out of sewing school. 8621, 1960s shirt dress. Cute. Really, really cute. Shift dress. This big yoke going down the front with buttons and the little Nehru collar. Long sleeves, kind of a little puffy at the bottom with a cuff. Yeah. I don't imagine, it says it's average. I don't think it would be that hard to make. It's pretty much a straight shift dress. The hardest part's going to be inserting that curve and making it lie flat and look really good, plus with the buttons. The buttons are decorative. You can do the buttonholes. There is a zipper up the back, so you can set this all and do the buttonholes and put the buttons on. I like it a lot. It has shoulder darts and has bust darts. So those are the only fitting darts in this, and it's made to be like a long shift dress. And again, my only beef with this is that you can't see it on someone's body. It's all drawings, so we don't know, but really cute. I mean, it would be cute for winter. I like the length of it with a pair of tights and the right pair of boots. I think it would be, yeah, really, really cute. It's youthful, even though it's vintage. 8622, 1970s. This is my era. I wore these wide leg pants, halter tops, little tops that have the band around them at the waist. The blouse is so cute. Brings me right back to high school and college. I think it's adorable. Again, it's not shown on anybody, and this drawing, these ladies' legs are so long, you know, but yeah, the long pants, the little halter top. I'm not sure why this falls into a fall pattern. This to me would be more summer, but the little blouse with the little tiny, you know, sleeves and the collar and the waistband around the bottom of the blouse that buttons up is very 70s with the pants, and very reminiscent of what we wore. And yeah, it's cute. It's listed as average. You know, wide leg pants are in. You could make these look very modern with a modern print, and just get the pants alone. The wide leg pants would be super, super cute. Do they have anything special? No, they're just wide leg pants with a zipper up the back, darts in the back, and the flat front. Yeah, so that wraps it up. That's what we got from McCall's. I don't think I'm going to order any of these, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Vogue and Simplicity and Butterick drop for the fall, and see if we can add a few more of those to the cutting table. But until next time, happy sewing. Bye.